The tower begins to shine for the first time. I've already taken my place in the command center built by Compiler. The monitor shows an impressive breadth of information on our allied forces. More than 200 production lines, 172 Type 2 mass-produced fleets. Thanks to the help of Glorious. She has not fully utilized the facilities under her control, but she has kept them maintained. With the reconnaissance data collected over the past 100 years, I've discovered the resource reserves and backup plans created by this world's compiler and omitter. Within 6 hours, I can start at least 100 production lines and reform at least 70 Type 2 mass-produced mixed fleets. In its first few hours, she would have us ready to go to war. That looks like progress to me, but you see resources in it all. NC2s are incredibly efficient utilizing resources. By the way, if you only produce Type 2 models, you create flying fleets. Unfortunately, I do not have the Council's permission to do so. Okay, what's the most powerful model available to you? The standard Type 5 model. I thought 4 was the last one, but they have Type 5 now? Higher model numbers require more complex production processes, increasing both resource and time costs. Type 3 will suffice for experiments and test sites. Type 4 is only for reserve use, and Type 5 is only for extreme situations caused by factors beyond the environment. Do not be misled by the current data. The only reason we can mobilize so many forces in such little time is that we're consuming existing reserves. Without support from our mainframes, sustained production is unlikely, and battlefield micromanagement will be limited. That's why I've chosen Type 2 mass-produced ships as simple cannon fodder, prioritizing our goal as stalling for time. Let's see. Look at the pop-up came up on my screen. Prioritizing raw numbers. Yeah, I like that plan. Though our ultimate goal is buying time, this doesn't mean we can afford to focus all our forces around the Rose Tower right away. We have multiple combat sectors available to us. The enemy has no unified control structure. That means you have to test them in the outside sectors, the ideal strategy, using space to buy more time. As far as I'm most familiar with the battlefields here, Glorious will take charge of everything for the Rose Tower. Elizabeth, Belfast, and Vanguard will assist in defending the first combat sector. Sectors 2, 3, and 6 will be defended by Compiler's Siren Fleet, assisted by Renown and Ripple. Those most experienced with fighting alongside Sirens. Ms. D and I will be working with Compiler through this process. I've outlined team in charge of the 4th sector. They use the basic types of mobility to secure strategic advantages. The 5th sector is vast enough for the Queen's Light to exploit, so I assigned Elizabeth Metta's team to it. At the same time, Compiler will operate Siren facilities in surrounding combat sectors and other sea regions to disrupt the enemy on a wide scale. Combat commencement signal received from Glorious. Per your request, I have transferred authority over 1/3 of the Siren Fleet and the 2nd combat sector to you. Missions in this command sector have been open to you as well. You will remain here and command the battlefield until it is time to retreat to the Rose Tower. Do you object? Not at all. Good. Let us begin. Hi, Mines. I'm trying to get concerned I can't show these loading screens on YouTube. The battle continues from dawn till dusk, late into the night, and on to the following dawn. Our allies take every measure to whittle away the extra-dimensional forces, but we are losing breathing room by the hour. After a night of combat, almost all of our enemies have changed their priority to attacking the Rose Tower. Corpses have stopped piling up around the full moon, but they are starting to pile up in the sectors neighboring the Rose Tower, to the extent that mimic entities can start appearing at any time. Sunrise is coming. Mine and Elizabeth's teams have retreated to the 1st sector to build a new defensive line, and Compiler has diverted resources there. Ms. D and I plan to retreat alongside her as planned. However, yeah! Assistant! Assistant! This is bad. Really, really bad. That's 2 mimic entities to spot up. It's so over. We're dead. That's 2. Through the command center monitor, I witnessed the birth of mimic entities from extra-dimensional corpses. White biomass and black metal melt together in a soupy mixture that melds with the earth to create a chaotic ocean. Within, countless individuals made of the reconstituted corpses begin to wriggle and writhe. Even more unformed creatures clamber above, below, and between them amidst the chaos. Ew. They aren't like the movie entities I've seen before. What makes them categorically different? Does that mean they're class 1, 3, and 4 mimic entities as well? What are the criteria for these classifications? Shush, you! You don't get anything out of me if you keep peppering me with questions. Listen up, assistant. All that matters is that we run. Dead meat if those things touch us. Unfortunately, the horde of mimic entities spawned close to the command center. That's what we get for trying to use geography to our advantage. We're likely to be surrounded if we stay here. Let's hurry back to the Rose Tower. Noun, repulse. Do you know why she called those class 2 mimic entities? You're really fixated on that, aren't you? But I don't know either. Neither do I. The distinguish the mimic entity and mimic by size. We give them levels according to their combat capabilities. However, I've never heard of this sort of categorization. This might be related to Misty's amnesia. Assistant, hurry up! Get out of here! Okay. Compiler, execute evac plan. Orders received. There's no vector zone in the sky as of yet, so we may avail ourselves of aerial supports. Setting base self-destruct countdown. Now departing. Nice frame rate. I thought I had display frame rate option enabled, but apparently not. We got a cool, like, 14 at best. Ooh, 28 in direction. I don't mind lower FPS as I played, like, fucking Flash games. They go, like, 30 at best. I guess these haven't appeared on our escape route. There's no need. So there's no need to leave the rivers and detour. Type 2 mass-producedly protecting your rear is no match for the mimic entities, but they're effective enough as optimal. We now know we're close to quickly dispatch the extra dimensionals ahead of us as well, making our retreat a smooth one. Like the X-mimic entities for the Martyrium, they become vector zones when destroyed, allowing them to spawn anew. That's just great. But this time, extra dimensionals are mixed among the things spewing out of the vector zones. Why? Extra dimensionals are much weaker than the mimic entities, and their corpses don't fully convert to mimics. Does that just make the vector zones less effective? Commander, hear me. Helena? I found her coordinates? Addition, a trap. Communications are being sabotaged. I can't hear her well. Listen, can't save you this time. Watching you. Follow your heart. If you want to save them, can't, then run. No matter what, I'm by your... Helena? Helena! Damn, it was totally cut off. Good work, Commander. They have the sector us now. I've put a path through the barrier. Please proceed to the Rose Tower. As we approach the Rose Tower defensive line at the first combat sector, I spot the Queen's light soaring through the sky. Our strategic retreat has gone well so far. From here on out, this operation is a bid for time. It's a life or death siege. There's no room for retreat behind the defensive line. It can be brought all the way to the tower if need be, but after that, we're cornered. Chariot, you have to get here soon. Test site SQ-4577486, Royal Islands Rose Tower, somewhere inside the tower. The mimic entities were indeed far more powerful than the extra dimensionals. In just 3 hours of fighting, our defensive line had been pierced in several places. Glorious chose to abandon all outside fronts in favor of focusing our firepower. Far from the ever-mobile Queen's flight and Compiler's ability to summon Siren mass-produced fleets from odd positions, the Rose Tower's barrier was all we had left. A fierce battle raged outside the barrier. We could hear enormous explosions from even inside the tower. It was then that Elizabeth summoned me to a chamber of the tower. We're so dead. Servant, the situation is only worsening. Outside defense in a precarious state. There's no sign of Chariot coming to save us. It's time we seriously consider a final retreat. To use the Queen's Light in Camelot's stealth mode, we should be able to evacuate everyone safely. We can take Lion's Party and Glorious alike. Whatever the case, our decision must be swift. Escape will become much more difficult when the barrier breaks. As it stands, we can last 6 more hours. No, maybe even longer. The meadows aren't made to be on the receiving end of a siege. The Compiler isn't much help under these circumstances. The longer we fight, the more of a risk we're taking. We're doing everything we can. Relying on the antidote troops will only get us so far. Besides, they only care for our own needs. They don't care how many sacrifices it takes, as long as they've killed the X in the end. Whether it may be us, you, or their own selves. Their simple killing machines can stop at nothing in the name of salvation. I understand that you've made contact with the Anti-Juice through some channels unknown to me, so maybe you consider your relationship a good one. But think about it. What if everything you've been through is just another part of their plan? Further, how can you be so certain they haven't discarded the plan entirely? Our world and Alliance world are safe. The better version of me destroyed the two worlds you were particularly concerned over, too. Of course, it's cool to simply abandon the other 400 worlds. I'm not saying I want to, but we must face reality. Surviving and protecting the people we love is already too much for us to handle. If we die for nothing today, then what will they do? The world is constantly in danger. Be at the hands of the Sirens, of the X, of the very people of that world, or of some other thing we've never faced before. Things happen in places we can see and in places we can't. We're no gods and we're no messiahs. That may be, but if we can't change the results, we can still make a difference. We can't turn a blind eye to tragedy just because it's going to happen either way. We decided that the Sirens' methods are wrong, and because of that, we walk a different path. To be indifferent is to walk the same path as them. You're right. That's why I can use just for allies. That's why you saved other test sites. It has to be done one step at a time. You can't expect to fix everything in one fell swoop. If you must, you may regret today's losses, curse your own powerlessness, and swear that you'll never let it happen again. But right here, right now, impossible means impossible. As I recall, you said, we are ready to retreat if necessary. Yeah, you're right, I admit. But our fans need more time. Our friends are holding out. It's not time to beat a hasty retreat. Not yet. I had a feeling you'd say that. Elizabeth met up with you after this? Half and half, really. You get 6 hours, not a minute longer. 6 hours. When that time comes, we're leaving no matter what. That's all I needed. I'm going back to the battlefield. Also, I hear some among us are less willing to wait. They plan to leave ahead of us. I'll say any names. They're the type of girls who don't hold full before my royal authority. You best think of how to calm them. Immediately after Elizabeth's departure, Lion rushes over to me. I had a feeling. Commander, I've been looking for you. Fighting for long enough. Is this arbiter of yours coming or not? Chariot will come, I assure you. I just can't tell you when. I said it last time. The fight has gone on for 2 straight days. Everyone's at their limits. Those mimic entities, the X, are foes you'll have to learn to fight sooner or later. I understand that it's difficult. Please consider this a necessary experience for your future survival. Agreed. Thing is, we can't do anything with that experience if we die in this hellhole. Who's going to tell the people at home what we've learned here? It's just me, or it seems like she isn't quite demanding to leave early. I still have many great exploits to accomplish. I'll lay down my life for those of my ship girls for a point in this venture. It's looking for reason to keep up the struggle. Good news! Elizabeth and I have decided we're retreating in 6 hours. Sorry I didn't lead with that. Whether the chariot comes or not, we have other ways to share information on the Sirens and Arbiters. Even putting Compiler aside, Miss D and her whale are inextricably tied to the Arbiters. 6 hours, eh? Very well. I'm going back to the bedside to keep up the fight. See you then. Elizabeth and Lion are set on retreat. Ship and arbiters aren't especially speedy when it comes to dealing with problems across worlds. If the chariot is here in 6 hours, they'll have abandoned this world. The bloods leading to Ruby's Rhys and the Sardendia League have already been destroyed. You can evacuate everyone, including Glorious Meta, and the mission could be considered a success, but she's been fighting for this world on her lonesome for so long now. Will she willingly leave alongside us? We need to discuss this with her.